Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is another What I Eat in a Day video. Alright, so today is a weekday, so I'm going to be working from home all day. I have some Zoom meetings with some students that are behind and some tutoring sessions so that as we wrap up the end of the school year within the next week or so, all the students are comfortable and satisfied with their grade in math. Today, I am feeling a little extra hungry this morning, so I'm going to be making a breakfast sandwich to eat. I normally don't eat breakfast, but this just sounded good. So I'm going to be taking 2 pieces of my 45-calorie bread for 2 points. I am on the green plan and I get 32 points a day. And on the green plan, eggs count. I honestly don't like the yolk of an egg anyways, so I always just use egg whites. I'm going to be using about 84 grams of this, maybe less, depending on how much that is, for 0 points. I am going to be using these all-natural turkey crumbles. I'm going to use 40 grams for 1 point of this. And then we're going to add just a little bit of cheese. I have some Fiesta Blend reduced fat, and we're just going to add enough of this to be 1 point. And also these spicy guacamole cups. I like putting this on my toast or on my bread after I've toasted it under the egg. So I'm going to use half of this. Half of this is going to be 2 points, and then I'm going to eat the other half when I have lunch later today. So let's start cooking. All right, so I'm just going to start heating up my pan. I do have my toaster here that I'm going to toast my bread. I'm going to spray the pan with just a little bit of cooking spray so that the eggs don't stick. All right, and before we toast, I'm going to measure out my egg whites. Like I said, I'm going to have about 84 grams. This is a brand new container. And I'm just going to measure out all my ingredients, cook this up for you, and show you the final product. And that is it for our little breakfast. I'm going to add some of this everything but the bagel seasoning, just a little bit, to add to my sandwich. And that's what I'm going to be having today. Alright guys, I'm going to sit here and enjoy my breakfast. I'm going to make sure to drink the rest of this water for my morning water. Then I'm going to refill it and get back to doing some schoolwork. I will see you again around lunchtime. All right, so it is lunchtime. It's actually 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Zoom meetings ran a little late with students. But I am having some leftovers for lunch, so nothing too exciting. I actually have 1 piece left over of the spinach artichoke bake that I made last week. I went ahead and froze some servings so that I don't have to eat them all in 1 week. One day after another. So if you're interested in that recipe, I will link it above and below in the description bar. So here's my lunch. I have 1 serving of that spinach artichoke bake. If I remember correctly, that is 8 points. I'll put the points on the screen for you. I have the other half of my guacamole from this morning, so that's 2 points. And then I have 17 crackers of these good thin sea salt crackers. I usually eat the jalapeno kind, but with the spicy guacamole, I prefer the regular sea salt kind. So if I calculated correctly, that's about 11 points for my lunch. I'm going to enjoy this and then be back later to make a recipe for dinner that I'm just going to kind of throw together. So we'll see you then. All right, so it is dinner time and I'm just going to throw something together. I think I'm trying to make goulash, which is kind of a spaghetti mixed with a stew, I guess, with some corn in it. Because I have little bits of leftovers of everything and I'm just going to kind of throw it together. So let me show you what we'll be using. All right, so some things I just had in the refrigerator that I need to use up. I have about 1/3 of a cup of corn from last night's dinner. We have some jalapenos that I think I'm going to cut up. Some onion I'm going to cut up. I used a lot of my 0-point marinara for a lasagna early in the week, so I'm going to use the rest of this tonight as our sauce base for the goulash. I am going to weigh out about 6 ounces of this ground turkey and save the rest for another recipe, and then get out 2 servings of the elbow macaroni noodles. This whole recipe, I think I'm going to make it to where it only makes 2 servings. So over here, I've got my water boiling for my noodles that I'll put in here in just a little bit. And I'm going to start to heat up this pan for browning our meat. All right, I am going to let this heat up a little bit longer. I'm going to throw my meat in, some minced garlic, and then while that's kind of heating up and becoming fragrant, I am going to cut up my vegetables. Okay, so my water is boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and measure out my pasta, and 2 ounces is 1 serving, so I want to do 2 servings, so I'm going to end up doing 4 ounces. I'm going to go ahead and add my jalapenos to my meat and go ahead and get my onions cut up. I'm just going to use a little bit of this. Alright, just a little bit of onion. Okay, so I'm going to season my meat just a little bit with some garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, and a little bit of cumin. Alright, now that my meat is cooked and my vegetables are a little tender, I'm just going to add the 0-point marinara. This is the marinara from, I think, the Skinny-ish dish, if I'm correct. I'll link it down below, but it's 0 points for however much you want. I'm going to add that in here just so it can get warm as we wait for the noodles, and then I'll combine it with the noodles. And I'm gonna go ahead and add the corn in as well. Drain it a little bit. Okay, so the noodles are done. I've just strained the water out of them. I'm going to add in our sauce. So that is it. That is our goulash for tonight. I'm gonna plate it up. This whole pot I've put in for 2 servings. The points really only come from the elbow noodles and the meat, and then 1 point for the corn. So I'm gonna plate this up and show you what it looks like. So this is it. So 1 for me, 1 for Javon. It's a pretty big bowl, and I'm sure it'll be super filling. So guys, that dinner was so good. I tend to like goulash, traditional goulash, and it tasted very similar to that my mom used to make when I was a kid. Now, if you don't have enough points for a 9-point dinner, a way you can make lower points is by changing the pasta into zoodles. The pasta was 5 out of those 9 dinner points, and if you switch it for zoodles, zucchini is 0 points. So that would bring that part of the meal down to 4 points, only counting for the meat and the corn. The spaghetti sauce was 0 points. Again, I've linked that recipe down below. To end out my night, I do want something sweet, so I'm going to be having one of these Cinnamon Toast Crunch bars. These bars are 4 points, but it is a nice sweet snack to crave my sweet tooth that I have before dinner. So I'm gonna go and enjoy this and finish binge watching a show I've been working on. And I'm so glad that you came and watched this today and joined me on my food journey. A little thing that I want to mention, because you guys have probably seen this dress in the background through this entire video today. My sister is getting married in I almost said April. It was supposed to be in April, but now it is in August. And I'm working really hard to drop some pounds before that wedding day. So I'll keep you updated on how much I lose each month. Her wedding is at the end of August. So I will have been on the program since about 5 months time by the time of the wedding. So I'm super excited. Hopefully I'll be able to hit my goal. Like always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next time. Bye.